What do you think is missing when it comes to relationships from an individual level as well as a team level?
Again, I think it comes down to communication on both ends. With yourself, like what is it that you want? What is it that you desire? And with your partner. And I will say that if you have a hard time communicating, couples therapy is amazing. My husband and I have never had to have couples therapy because we did have that communication. But if you don't know how to approach things with your partner, having a third party who is not in the relationship, who can see it from a different perspective, can be beneficial. Now, I have also worked with mostly women on the relationship with their spouse on an energetic level. We have addressed energies within them, beliefs, emotions, things that were just stuck in their bodies. And we've released them, we've let those energies go, and their relationship with their spouse has gotten so much better. Because when we are connected to somebody, our energies intermingle and they can feel how we're feeling. They may not be able to articulate how they can feel what we're feeling. They might not be able to really understand what they're feeling. But if we have what we call a broadcast message, right? It's like a radio frequency that we send out. It's like a Wi-Fi signal. If we have this energy that says, leave me alone, they're going to leave you alone. They're not going to talk to you. And by clearing out some of those energies, it opens up the space for them to go, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Because you're not telling them to leave you alone anymore on an energetic level. And I know this sounds very woo-woo, but but when we are not feeling our emotions as they're coming in, right? Emotions are energy in motion. They're signals to our body that either it's something we like or we don't like. And when we don't pay attention to those and we stuff them down, they can get stuck. And then as you pile stuff onto them, other people can feel them, right? When you walk into a room, you can feel other people's energy. You can feel your spouse's energy. When my husband's in a bad mood, oh gosh, I can feel it. And I have to take a second and go, okay, wait a minute. Is this really his energy? Or did he bring this home from work? Or is he feeding off of my energy? Because sometimes I have a bad day, but I didn't realize I really had a bad day until he gets home, because then I can feel it. So, through energy work, I've helped couples to regain a healthy relationship because they didn't have all that stuff going on. But talk therapy does the same thing. But you have to be willing to do one or the other.
So what do you then think is the are some of the obstacles that couples face when it's picking up on each other's energy or each other's mood in the relationship?
Oh, that whole telepathy thing. Being able to think that your spouse knows what it is that you're thinking about, or even what you're talking about, right? I don't know if other couples do this, but I have like half conversations with my husband. I'll have half the conversation in my head and the other part will come out of my mouth. And typically he's lost. But in my mind, I've had the whole conversation. And so we've learned that if I don't give him the full story, he knows to ask questions, right? But not everybody understands how to do that because they don't they just assume that you don't know what you're talking about, or you're forgetting parts of the story. No, it's because we have the whole conversation. It's just not all out loud.
I'll give you from a male perspective, and maybe your husband has said this. That's such a woman thing, though.
It is.
Right? Like I've been in situations where my girlfriend would tell me something, and I sit there. I was like, okay, now do me a favor. Tell me the first half of that.
Yeah.
Right? Like she'll tell me that she's like, "Oh, I didn't say that." I was like, "No." I was like, "You gave me the middle and the result."
Right.
Right? I'm like, "I don't know how you got there. Give me chapters one through five."
Right. Right. But
Right?